everybody, it's Susan from Sunrise Quilt Studio, and today I want to show you where I'm at on the Dresden Plate quilt, the one with the 1920s era plates. I have them all, the blocks all put together in rows, and the rows all sewn together, and so now I'm working on the borders, and I want to show you what I'm doing with that. So I'm going to adjust the camera and get a little closer into the quilt so that you can see a little bit better. Okay, you can see a little bit here. You're not going to be able to see me, but that's not important. Okay, this is the quilt top, and it's all put together. The blocks are all put together. When I measured this to decide on the border fabric, what I had realized was that when I added the borders, this quilt was going to be too narrow. I was going to be able to get like 100 inches out of the length, but the width was only going to be like 71, 72 inches. So I'm trying to size this to fit a queen size bed. So what I decided to do, instead of adding just more borders, which would make it would still be off. The ratio would be off. It would be just way too long. So what I've decided to do is to add to the sides of the quilt, just on the two sides. So I've got enough length, which I have it laid out lengthwise here, but this is would be the side here that I would add to. And I went to my local quilt shop today, and I picked out this fabric for the side. I had gone last week and chose my border fabric before I realized how the dimensions were kind of off on this quilt, and decided that I wanted an inner border of this yellow here. I bought this fabric here, and I'll get a little closer, you can see. So it's like a confetti print, and this is Moda. I'm sorry, this is a Moda fabric. And so I chose this as my inner border. I wanted this up against the white of the background of the blocks. And then I wanted a lighter color for the outer border. So for my outer border, I chose this white fabric with yellow dots on it, yellow polka dots, kind of the groups of 3. And this is a Robert Kaufman fabric. It's one of the new lines that have just come out from what they told me at the store. And this is a Darlene Zimmerman for Robert Kaufman. And then today when I went back to the store, I bought this for the two sides that I need to widen the width of the quilt. And this is Darlene's Favorites by Darlene Zimmerman for Robert Kaufman. This is another new line. So these two lines, these two pieces of fabric are from the same line. So these two here. And then this one is a Moda fabric. And this is Play All Day by American Jane Pattern Sandy Klopp for Moda. So if you want to look for something like this, there you go. So this plays well with the centers of the blocks because they're this yellow fabric. This is a cheddar yellow. It's a little bit faded, but it's kind of a cheddar yellow. And then we've got that background. So now you can see that a little bit better. So it doesn't match perfectly. This is a little more gold. It's deeper. So it's not perfect, but it's not, I'm not going to find anything perfect to fit that because this is an old fabric and it's a little bit faded. So here we go. These are the 3 fabrics I'm going to be using, so you can see them there. So next thing I have to do is to cut out the side borders here and attach them, and then I could do the borders all the way around, which would be this one first and then this one. And I'm not sure what I'm going to bind it with. I may use this one if I have enough. And I originally bought enough of this one for the inner border and the binding, but then I decided to enlarge the quilt, so now I don't have enough extra of this, I believe. So, you know, we'll see. I may have to go back and buy more, and if I do, I'll maybe buy more of this, or maybe buy something else. I don't know. So anyway, that's where I'm at, and it's coming along okay. I haven't had a whole lot of time to work on it because of the holidays and getting ready for that, and doing the 12 days of Christmas quilt blocks. And so if you're working on those, I hope you're enjoying them, because I think they're fun. I like to throw in a project once in a while in my own, you know, course of the day or the course of the year of what I'm working on, especially when I've gotten something pretty intense going on as far as a quilt, something that's requires a lot of concentration and a lot of complex quilting, you know, heirloom level quilting. Then I like to do something simple, and sometimes instead of quilting, like I've had, the machine has been idle for a couple of weeks now because I've been doing those blocks, and that's been a good break for me, and it kind of gets me back in the mood to get back on the machine and quilt. So I'm going to be doing a video shortly on Angelina fibers, because I want to add that to a couple of my blocks. So I want to show you how I'm going to do that. And I'll show you a little bit about how I am embellishing some of these blocks. So I think that might be interesting. And I have an unboxing video coming up pretty soon. And I'll show you what's going on with that. So I got an early Christmas present, so I want to show you all what it was. It's sewing related, so I'll show you what that is. And other than that, I've got, let's see, I have another project, a feather design project going, and this is on an old tablecloth, a vintage tablecloth, that I'm going to be quilting some feathers. So I'm working on just designing those, so I'll show you how I'm going about that. So I've got several projects coming up. I've got some ideas for the new year. Hopefully I'll get more than one video out a week, and we'll see how it goes. So I hope you're having a good Christmas season, and I hope to see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. For more quilting ideas, click on the video links. And to keep up with my newest projects, click on the subscribe button. I hope to see you again soon.